is back. AT's first game as an opponent. Formed a big three in the offseason in the desert. And off we go. Caught Mercury ball to start our Wednesday night. Lone game of the W. Thanks for being with us. Akoa Makani in the triple threat finds Copper on the finals MVP in 2021 with the Chicago Sky. Step through by Alyssa Thomas. That patented jump stop to assert herself. She draws. Coach Nate Tibbetts told us Thomas had her best game as a screener in Sunday's game against Vegas.
And so many different things, whether it's rebounding, distributing, scoring, screening, she is Mrs. Do-It-All.
11 years with the Sun, 8 postseason appearances, and 2 trips to the finals, 2019 and 2022. How about this pressure by the Phoenix Mercury at half court? Thomas sprays it, Copper. Nelson Addo to the box out. Hartley looks to split by, and Akoa Makani.
This is where you really have to lock into the scouting report. Try to get easy buckets in the paint just like that. A paint touch every possession for Connecticut is going to be key because it forces the defense to collapse and gives you open opportunities on the perimeter.
Go, so they'll jump it here, jump ball. Charles collects it. Alyssa Thomas guards Charles. Spin move, Sabali skies in for the board.
And a really nice box out by Captain Westbeld, getting Olivia Nelson Addo out of position.
Satu having a career year, 20.6 points per game, earning a trip to the stripe. Sabali tied with Nafisa Collier of Minnesota with 8 20-point games to pace the WNBA.
Sabali is not getting enough love to the rim. At tremendous size of 6'4", so it makes her a mismatch nightmare. And also, she can bring the ball up the floor like she for sure.
Can do a little bit of everything. And Coach Tibbetts admitted, I don't want to limit what she can do on any given night. Turnover, Sun, Thomas sprinting by, layup doesn't go. And Connecticut looks to get a settled, half it up. Pressured at half court by Akoa Makani, now following the lead. Mabry with the stop and start, lofts it up, in and out. At the controls. Copper guards her in the hands of Mabry. Jab step with 5. Marina Mabry needs to get one up. Step back 3. Offensive rebound, Nelson Addo, but on the weak side, there was contact between 26 years in the WNBA combined. They throw a double at Charles. Can't connect. Rebound to Catherine Westbeld. Sprinting ahead, Thomas for 2.
And even the step through for Thomas, she's so light on her feet in terms of just slowing down slightly as she goes in through that step through for the finish.
First field goal for Thomas. Second all-time in Connecticut Sun scoring, #1 in boards, #1 in assists, #1 games played. Contact absorbed by Hartley, shot clock winding down. On the flare, Sheldon drives, met at the rim by Westbeld and Sabali with 1 to fire.
I tell you what, the defense from Phoenix has been unbelievable to start out this game. And Alyssa
5 from the floor.
Try to break the press as fast as possible.
Sun 0 for 5 from the floor, 3 turnovers. In New York tomorrow. They were at Vegas Sunday. Flare screen set. Triple try is cash money.
Great screen, but great job.
Looking forward to that success in Phoenix.
Tarika, thanks. 8-4 start. Mercury in the top part of the league right now. And Thomas said it was a bit odd coming on the other side of the arena, but embracing all of it. They had a nice video tribute for her before the game.
Saw a lot of Alyssa Thomas jerseys in the building as well, so she's certainly going to be one of the all-time fan favorites, especially with all the success that she brought to this building.
Sabali bulldozing on the offensive three.
I've helped elevate her game, let's be clear, but it's because Satu Sabali can do some, been able to be around a vet who has been able to pour into her and really help show her how things are done and how to truly be an all-star and take your game to the next level.
10-0 run to start the game for the visiting Phoenix Mercury. Shovel pass by Rivers. Charles then found Nelson Addo. Rivers gets the hockey assist there.
Deep paint touches. I love the spark that Snyder Rivers brings off the bench.
First bucket for the Sun. Thomas high, Archer off the window.
That wasn't even a good angle, but yet somehow Alyssa Thomas is able to get to make that a good shot for herself.
She threw a curveball
Yes.
at the backboard.
Exactly.
Perfect spot, though. Thomas, 5 points in her return to Mohegan. Mabry turns and fires. Off the mark, too strong.
Akoa Makani is making it difficult for Mabry. She's fronting her, not allowing her any space to move right now.
24-year-old Catherine Westfeld back into the lineup. Natasha Mack out there. Copper getting some longer run here in the first quarter. As for the Sun, Rivers, Hartley on the give and go. Offensive rebound, Charles. Sun were good there last night on the offensive boards. Can they get those second chance points? Mabry on the attack. Stops, pops. No. Now 0 for 4 from the floor. Back. Dribble handoff, Copper from the nail. Foul.
It's been so fun to watch Kalia Copper tools to her game and become a true 3-level scorer. And she's one of the toughest players to defend because she is so quick and can mix up her moves.
And how about the fact that the Mercury have already taken 8 free throws, and Nate Tibbetts told us Ka being back in the lineup is going to help us generate looks at the free throw line.
Look, a big way Phoenix has been able to generate looks as well. They've gotten some turnovers generated from that press they were putting on earlier in the game.
He held the rookie out of DePaul, 25 years old. Mack, elusive in the paint.
Stopping on a dime, that forced Olivia Nelson-Odoe to fly past her. Mack was able to come back with her shoulder squared. Terrific balance. Hey,
In the middle of the summer.
thankfully, yeah. Folks, you got some time before April of next year comes along. Don't worry.
Right before training camp. Get the payments in. Thomas surveys. Skip pass. Now in the hands of Held. 18 threes on the year. Good ball movement here. Humming around here for Phoenix. Thomas on the roll. Spinning. 7 to fire. Thomas is double. Finds Mack. No good. Here come the Sun. Rivers cuts back door. One dribble for 2.
Love the cut from Sanaya Rivers. She uses her length to outreach and finish on the reverse.
Triple drive held. It rattles home. Nifty pull-up by the Rook.
Did you just say nifty? Every
Is
single
that another
day.
old
I'm telling
person
you
word?
what, Brendan. I swear, you are a 30-year-old inside, you know, a 90-year-old inside the body of a 30-year-old.
Thank you. Peters. Crashing the glass. Nice spin. Left it short. Thomas gallops up the floor, as she often does, wants to lead the break. Number 1 in the league in assists. Caitlin Clark, 2nd. Those two go back and forth now the last 2 years. Off the
Been inside, they've been open looks, but they just can't get them to fall. Phoenix did a nice job using their length to be disruptive and forcing some of the shots off balance. How about Tina Charles, though? It is
up and down there. Westfeld, bounce it. Musa with the finish in.
together for years. I mean, this is really a brand new roster for the Mercury. Look at how crowded Tina Charles.
Coaches now, when they come to this building and play the Sun, they say their 2 names right away. And the defense reacts that way, so others must elevate their games. Musa off balance. Anissa Morrow in the ball game. 7th overall pick of the Sun out of LSU. Skip pass to Jaylen Brown. Got it.
Great vision from Lindsay Allen as well, going across the court.
Sabali off the heel. Musa to Westbeld. Another O board for Phoenix. Luxa. Everybody gets a turn.
Especially from 3, because if the Sun can hit some 3s right now, it's going to open up the inside for Charles to have more room to maneuver.
Oh, Morrow, nice move to the basket. Grabbed by Satu Sabali. Westbeld and Sabali, the 2 starters on the floor. Blocking foul is drawn by Phoenix. Fouls on Jaylen Brown.
Phoenix plays with so much pace offensively. Fence into rotation.
Westbeld at the line. She played collegiately at Notre Dame with Marina Mabry, Arike Agumbawal.
Of course, her sister, Maddie Westbeld, is in Chicago now, played for Notre Dame. It's fun to see the sisters in the league.
Charles drew some contact there. Final minute, first quarter. Pass almost picked off by Lindsay Allen. Swing it, Westbeld. Charles skies for the board. The handle, Rivers, pull up. Lead. Held, Morrow strips it. 2-on-1. Morrow, Sabali stands tall. 1 second for Westbeld.
And now they start out with it again, but just a fantastic job forcing Connecticut into shots, not allowing Connecticut to dictate the offense.
Brown looks for her second three, and she got it.
She has such an interesting release. It almost looks like her hand.
Just to wrap that point on Phoenix defensively, Copper gives them that dynamic, though, right, to pick up that full court length. She can get it done offensively, too. Hezzy denied at the rim. Held comes up with it. Jumper goes.
Held is one of the best stories right now in the W. A player that didn't now has come back as a rookie this season. She's put up big numbers for Phoenix, found her home. She's a great scorer. Unbelievable at DePaul in her college days.
Yeah, she played at DePaul for 4 years, three-time Big East tournament champion. Was an all-first team selection a couple of years ago. And Nate Tibbetts, they trust Held at the end of games. And Luxa drills the corner tray.
It's too weak. Connecticut has to do a better job defending on the perimeter to make it tougher to get inside because they've been open for threes with the defense collapsing on a paint touch.
That's a quick response by the Mercury, a 5-0 run to push the lead to 15. Let's go back to
Rashida had said prior to that she understands this is a good opportunity for her and she needs to take full advantage of it. The team trusts her and has confidence in her. She just needs to have the confidence in herself.
Right on cue, Tarika.
Don't you love when that happens? To that point, J.C. Sheldon has always been an elite, capable scorer. She can hit the three, she can get to the rim. She's got to take those opportunities to be more selfish.
Sabali for two, up to 6 points, has 7 rebounds in the game. Morrow with a pair of steals. Turnaround Jay. And tracked down by Luxa. Sabali running offense, finds Copper, missed the layup. Sheldon at the controls for the Sun. Here she comes, pull up three. To get out and run and pressure the basketball. Sanaya Rivers up top to Peters. Both back in the ball game. Mabry with freedom to shoot. In and out. Marina Mabry still scoreless, but she gets some help underneath. We've been talking about that in the early part of the year. Can they get contributions elsewhere besides Charles and Mabry?
To try to clean up the boards and get some offensive rebound putbacks. A bit more, because it's going to stop the clock, put some points on the board. But keep getting into the paint because it forces the defense to collapse and opens up the perimeter.
Now, Coach Tibbetts nitpicking his club coming in. We're 12th in the league in free throws, which is second to last. And Copper changes the dynamic, and now they're already in double digits, knocking them down today as well. Inside, Diaby, met at the rim by Natasha Mack, one of the 2 returners from last year. Thomas is back in there, lobs it to Mack. Rack attack.
I'm really impressed right now with Phoenix defense. To get the ball here, she finally gets it back, but when she's off the ball,
intense as she is. 5 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists early. Rivers tees one up. Thomas snatches the rebound. Pushes up to Copper. Those outlet passes right to half court almost every time for the Mercury.
So much pace that the Mercury are able to play with because they push the ball. They are keeping Connecticut to 1 and done, doing a really nice job in that regard.
Already 5 offensive rebounds, down to 4 to shoot on the drive.
Because the guards on the outside are spread so far out, and Connecticut has to come out and at least show because everyone can shoot from 3.
And AT, very similar games.
Yeah.
Coach Tibbetts can stagger their minutes, right? You can pair AT with Copper. You can pair Satu with Copper. You can pair Satu and AT. Different combos.
We call that a good problem to have. And I'm love the fact that you can also play all three of them at the same time. But the size that Alyssa Thomas.
3% free throw shooter. The Sun and BuildSubmarines.com are teaming up. Girls for Technology, a nonprofit that provides female mentorship programs across all ages. 35-18. First night of a back-to-back for the visiting Mercury at 8-4. Their best 12-game start since 2018. They were 10-3 that year. With a loss tonight to be the first worst 12-game start in franchise history. Sheldon off the catch. Got it.
Great ball movement by the Suns. Spreading the floor, moving it with some pace. But that started with Mabry saying, hey, one more pass. Sheldon wide open.
Mabry just one assist, but created those hockey dimes early for Marina. 14-point game. Copper on the attack. Copper can't finish. Box out by Diaby. And once again, obviate the attention on me. Copper 5 for... Second miss for the Mercury, now 14 of 16. It's a 15-point game. Biggest lead was 19. Skip pass, Sheldon again. Same spot, same result.
Same hit open threes, especially in transition.
Thomas, outlet. McConney a travel. Screen, Mabry. Found some room, drew the foul. McConney is guilty.
McConney's done a great job guarding.
6 fast break points for the Sun. They are dead last in the W in fast break points this year, 86%. Making a case to be a W app, wnba.com. Get your votes in. Voting closes June 28th, 10 days away. Is it? As we come up on 4 to go first half, it's a 9-point game. And Phoenix miscommunicates. Peters drives. Hands off to Mabry, guarded by her old teammate. Rivers, catch, drive, drop it off, blocked by Mack.
Great recovery by Mack.
Thomas, barreling inside, drew the foul.
Go ahead, Gerda.
Watching her in this building in a different uniform, doing that. Nice support. When they played the video tribute, Copper was the first person next to AT to give her a big hug. She was feeling it a bit, embracing the crowd. Thomas, the Sun all-time leader in games played, minutes, rebounds, and assists. An 11-point game. Phoenix once led by 19. Mabry maneuvers for space, guarded by Mack. Tries to flip, stolen by Satu Sabali. Thomas in the post has a mismatch with Sheldon. Thomas going in hard. Led by 19. They led the game 16-2 in the early going. Sun much better here in this quarter. On cue, Peters.
The theme continues. Someone not named Mabry or Charles has to step up and score. And if Haley Peters can continue to be aggressive looking for her shot, it's going to be big.
Sun have 10 more. Sabali another trip to the line for the Mercury.
Phoenix plays with a tremendous level. To have a big block down here defensively, then she can run the floor and score in transition. So many of Phoenix's bigs are positionless. They can play on the perimeter and down low in the paint. It makes them really difficult to match up against.
The Sun are over the limit for the remaining 2:30. Mabry, 3 points, all from the line. Peters catch, shoot. Westbeld clear. Sabali leads the charge, orchestrating, will pull up herself. Clanks off the back iron. Rebound Diaby. The Sun pushing the rock. Sheldon. That's her spot. They cut it to 7. Thomas has it stolen. Mabry with numbers. J.C. Sheldon.
The roof of the building blow off after that finish.
Oh, and Thomas acknowledged that when we spoke to her before the game. In a return on the drive, Alyssa Thomas.
You could not give Alyssa Thomas a wide open.
Sheldon with 13 on the Sun side. Step to the left, jumper. Knock it down. How about Lexi held? Sheldon hunting inside. Diaby tees it up. Thomas trying to. Thomas so shifty. banks it in. Double figures now for Thomas.
She is so good at that slow 1-2.
5-0 spurt by the Mercury. Mabry feed it inside. Diaby asserting herself in the paint.
Nice job by Diaby. Little square to the rim, falling down.
Thomas showing a big smile. Here she comes with 4. Spin cycle finds Musa for 2. 0.9 seconds. And the half concludes. Phoenix leads by 12. Thomas with 11 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, a steal.